What's going on, guys? We got another World of Nintendo review today on this Shoky Quickie. And as you guys can tell, we're going Donkey Kong on this one. Oh, yes. And you guys saw in my Toy Hunt review, I picked up this Donkey Kong from Toys R Us, and I got this Cranky Kong from a Walgreens. Now, one thing that does suck, you guys know I like my packaging. This one has been around long enough, it got a little bit damaged. But you know what? It's okay. So, this is kind of the first run I've got of any of the Donkey Kong characters, so they're a little bit interesting and sizable, realistically. Donkey Kong here is probably one of the heaviest ones I've gotten so far. Most of the other ones this size really are kind of, lightweight, hollow. This guy is actually pretty solid. Now, if I remember correctly, Cranky Kong here is in fact supposed to be like the original Donkey Kong from the old games. And this is he's just really old at this point. This is the newest version of Donkey Kong. I think if I remember correctly, that's how it was either in the games or in the really bad CG cartoon from the late 90s, early 2000s. If you guys watched it. Oh, I just realized this is a totally different thing up here. That's kind of cool. So this is a newer series. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's look Cranky Kong first. Set Donkey to the back. Of course, you get Cranky Kong in his nice little prison here. I'm going to guess he can stand really well. He's got a cane, two big old feet, and a beard all touching the ground. So he's probably going to stand okay. So we got Series 1-3. I'm not entirely certain what that means, but we'll look at the backside and we'll kind of figure it out. We got World of Nintendo with the big old Donkey Kong right there. This fella. Cranky Kong, ages 3+. Hey, I'm right in the middle of that. He's not. He's way at the end of that. Oh, guys, it actually says includes a Cranky Kong figure. You guys know I love that. Wait. Huh. How about that? All right. So you got the cool old school Donkey Kong logo there. Jack's logo right there. Kind of tiny. Look at that. It's coming to the back. Let's do a read up here. We do got a nice image of Cranky right there. Village chief and bitter old codger, Cranky uses his extensive knowledge and wisdom to provide helpful hints. He's also made appearances in White Lab Coat as a potion-dealing chemist, granting the Kong's special abilities. Donkey Kong Barrel Blast features Cranky as a playable character for the first time. Actually, did not know that. And somebody answer in the comments down below, which game are they talking about there? I honestly don't know. Okay, so this is Series 1-3. You got Mario, Luigi, Link, Red Pikmin, Ganondorf, Cranky Kong, Olimar, and Tetra. If I had to absolutely guess, this is Series 1-3 from Walgreens, because that's where I picked him up, and I know for a fact these were generally in abundance at Walgreens specifically, so I thought there wasn't any other color Pikmin for the longest time. So it's entirely possible that this guy in this particular line, the 1-3 there, is specifically from Walgreens. So let's go ahead and set him down over here. I'll take a look at Big Kong himself. This is Series 1-1. Once again, not entirely certain if that means this was the very first series ever, or if this is 1-1 from Toys R Us. We'll see. Here we got Donkey in his big plastic prison, actually looking like he's trying to escape. Wow, those eyes are kind of creepy and emotive. Oh, wow. Alright, so you got ages 3+. Hey, I'm right in the middle of that. It says Donkey Kong. It includes one figure, so obviously it's not a very old one, because or else it would say it includes one Donkey Kong figure. It does have the Donkey Kong logo there, Jack's logo there. Just look at the difference here. Look at the Jack's logo. This is definitely the older Jack's logo. This is the newer one. So this guy's been around a little while. Alright, and also this is definitely the updated bottom, because this band doesn't change. So, let's look at the back. Huh, okay. So you got World of Nintendo up here. Donkey Kong, let's read it. Carefree jungle dweller with the charisma of a natural leader. He keeps busy by foiling the plans of Kremling's underboss King K. Rool. As his physique suggests, he is 8 This ape is a powerhouse. He's got speed to match too, and his love for bananas is second to none. His famous necktie is adorned with the initials DK. Now, at least that is actually a new read-up, whereas the old Donkey Kong, of course, was referring to himself in the 8-bit days. Now, Series 1-1 here has Fire Mario, Ice Luigi, Waluigi, Wario, Donkey Kong, and Diddy Kong. So this is definitely a different series. So maybe this, and it's from 2016. Maybe each series is a different year, because this guy's from 2015. So that's definitely something different. Maybe it's just because it's from a different store. I have no idea. Now, I do need to get both, well, these four. So Ice Luigi, Fire Mario, Wario, and Diddy Kong. Now that I know Diddy Kong does exist, I'm going to have to pick him up to go with the whole set, since we have Dixie Kong, who's just kind of lonely in her own generation there. Now, if you'll give me a second, we will bring in old school Donkey Kong, just for a quick comparison, just because he's neat. So 8-bit Donkey Kong has come a long way. He's gained some bits, lost some size, but gained a tie. Or should I say, he's come a long way. So this is technically supposed to be this guy, just in his old age, after he's retired from throwing barrels. Now, let's see here. Yeah, definitely a different read up there. And this is Series 1-5, just going back to it, guys. But this one was from a totally different store altogether. So, anyways, that's enough of comparison to the old guy. Let's go ahead and open these guys up and see if they're worth their bananas. Now we have the two big old Kongs out of their packaging. And these things are way cooler than I thought they would be. Just being honest. Did not expect Donkey Kong to have nearly the articulation he does. And I will say there's one last bit of articulation that I found out on Cranky over there. And I almost broke him. I'm not going to lie. So actually, let's go ahead and look at Cranky first. Set Donkey to the back here. Stay. Now, this is actually very neat. I like the character of Cranky Kong, because at least in the series, he was, of course, like the wise old and wise cracking, mentor to the younger Kong generations. And this is actually pretty cool. I love the beard. The big old beard hanging down is pretty cool. I like that. And he does, of course, have his, like, old man sweater vest thing going on. Though, something about the Kongs, they just really don't like to wear pants. I mean, I can't really fault them. They are gorillas or monkeys or whatever exactly they are. Because somehow big old gorilla-looking guy turns into tiny monkey-looking... Anyways, so, now it's cool. They do give him glasses, but as you can see, he really can't see much through them. They're a little too small. But even despite having his glasses there, they did actually paint his eyes. He does actually have nice little eyeballs there. He actually has some nice molded-in wrinkles. That's pretty funny, even on his lips. That's pretty cool. The fact to give him his cane, that's just funny. Now, he does have some articulation, so the arm does move a little bit with the cane. So he can almost do the Gandalf, "You shall not pass," boof. But one-handed. That's okay. This arm moves, not for really any apparent reason, unless he wants to hit himself in the back of the head. I mean, it's just kind of tucked always behind him like that. The head is what I was trying to see if he would rotate, and I was honestly scared I was breaking it. It was either actually breaking it, or the paint was that bad and chipped around the base of the neck down there. You can see right there in that line. I wasn't going to force it. I always very gently try to see if it has articulation or not. While it moved a little bit, I wasn't going to push it past a certain point just in case. Now, oddly enough, he has waist articulation. So instead of making the actual legs move, he can shimmy his hips like so. So you can get the old man in some interesting poses. Like I said, if he could turn his head a little bit, maybe. Let's see. Like I said, being very careful. Like so. There we go. Now he's willing to give you a hard time. It seems to be all he really did was give people a hard time. Alright, so he's actually balancing on his beard and the cane, but he does tend to want to fall that way unless you rotate the feet just right. So, he's pretty neat. I like him. Now let's get on to the big Kong himself. This thing is crazy. Like, of course, he is big, he is beefy, He's textured like he's hairy, which honestly feels really strange. Feels almost like kind of like a avocado, realistically. If he was green, I'd swear he was an avocado. So it's just a very interesting texture. They got a butt molded in here pretty well. They got the colors pretty much spot on. So you got his brown and his not exactly yellow, but kind of tannish color there. I love the tie. The tie is so good. In case you forget that he's the Drift King, I mean Donkey Kong. Oh, please tell me someone gets that joke. All right. He does actually have way more articulation than anticipated. Most of these guys don't have moving legs, but he does. You can totally rotate his legs. So you can do that, and you can get him just kissing the ground. So yay. He does actually rotate his arms as well, so he can be just kind of pumping iron, like so. And this one, basically doing the same motion, like that. Put his feet back down. He does stand really well. You just got to be careful how you plant the feet, or else he'll want to fall over. But that's pretty much the stance that they're going for. His head does rotate, but not much. He's on a weird kind of horseshoe kind of situation there around his own shoulders. So you're going to get a tiny bit of rotation out of it, and that's fine. And the tie is made out of a scarily soft plastic, so I really don't want to mess with it too much because it might break. And we really don't want that to happen. Now, you know, it's got some iffy minor paint mistakes. Really not a big deal. These eyes, if you guys can see that, if it'll focus, they're brown and have the tiniest little black pupil and then the white dots for reflection. Those are incredibly well done eyes, and to get that is just, that's frightening to some degree that they would go that far. Now, let's see if I can get him into kind of a... If he would stand like this, it'd be so cool. I was hoping his arm would rotate just a little bit more down, just to make him stand. But now he's like, yeah, come at me, bro. I'm gonna throw a barrel at you. It'd be cool if he came with a barrel accessory. Oh well. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's dumb that he's stuck looking up like this, but you know what? It is what it is. Some of them are in way worse poses, like Samus, for instance, is just one of the worst poses for a character like that. See, now you can get him. He's very encourageable. He's looking at you. He sees you. Alright. Oops, I'm knocking things over, guys. And as usual, we gotta bring in our desk mascot, Wally. This is Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong. I mean, if you really want to be friends... Oh, jeez. You knocked him over. Maybe you can go talk to Cranky. He's an old man. He's kind of like you. He's very, very old. He's been around for a long time. Just say hi. Oh, shit. Bad, Wally. Bad. Oh well. You don't need to be friends with these monkeys. Okay, that sounded way worse than I wanted it to. Apes. Okay, apes. Alright, guys. So that's going to be it for the silly review. If you like these reviews, check out all the other ones. There's a long, Shoky, quickie playlist full of these Nintendo figures. And these guys are cheap, guys. For the most part, if you're interested, these things are usually $5 at Walgreens. They just dropped the price at Toys R Us down to about $5. They were $6. And if you're really good, go to Target. They have them for about $3.50 a piece, if you can find them. So that's going to be it for this review, guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, as always, keep on nerding.